You're going to feel like you're busting your butt day in, day out. Even me, guys, like it's December 11th. I'm at Success Club 4 and I am struggling. I feel like I'm having conversations like normal. I feel like I'm inviting. I've gone back through to about April right now and done follow-ups from my lists. I've done notebooks that I used to track and looked at all the names. And I want you to know it's not just you that's feeling it, and it's not just a new coach thing or you're not doing something right. It's everybody feeling that. So don't feel like when you open up your business to work that all your efforts today are going to show an outcome today, but they will show in January, in February, in March, in April. That is why you're working hard and busting your butt today, not for instant gratification of Success Club 20 tonight, but to make sure you're building solid foundation for your business, for your team, for your goals, for your family, starting in 2016. So remember that as you bust your butts this month, okay? Now, that being said, I want everyone to have time with their families. I don't want people to feel like Beachbody is a chore. We all have things and daily to-do lists, but I do want you to still find the enjoyment in this. So hopefully this presentation with me going through just kind of my daily stuff and reminding you of the basics and going through the things that I utilize to make it easier on myself will help you, because honestly, I work, a few more hours on random days than I did before a full-time job, but I keep it pretty much to the basics. When I'm a mom, I don't have a nanny anymore, so I swapped jobs. I don't work the 40 hours at a full-time job, but I came home to be with my kiddo. So I still make sure that I set boundaries and hours just like anybody else. I'm not over here sitting on my computer 9 hours a day inviting people. So I want to break it down for you because that's super important, to set your goals, set your boundaries, and make your to-do list so that you know exactly when you sit down to work what should be getting done and the things you can utilize to make that happen in a smarter, more efficient way. So let me screen share. Okay. Can you all see that? Whoa. Everybody can see it? Yes? Perfect. Okay. And I will have these slides posted in our team page as well. Okay. So, working smarter, not harder. These are my top tips for running my business that you should definitely be putting into your business, implementing before the new year so that you can rock 2016. This is a quote that I really love. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. I remind myself of this all the time because I'll be 26 this month, but at 26, I look back 5 years ago and question where my money went, what I was doing, what the heck I was saving for, what I was working towards. And now I can clearly state that this last 2 years, I've been working towards goals and I've been making things happen. So just because I've transferred my mindset from everyday living or weekend partying or daily satisfaction of, doing something, the hours that I put in now, I see a clear crystal vision of what my family is going to have in the next, 5 years. And that to me is worth it. So entrepreneurship is not just a free ride. It's not fast, easy money, but you are making the decision to make it happen for yourself and your family. So make sure you have that why in front of you so that you will work harder. And then, oops, there's no such thing as being too busy. We all have the same amount of time in the day. We have to know clearly and concisely what we want out of this business so that you can set your daily to-do list to create that. So whether it's to pay for your Shakeology or to create a 6-figure income, to cut down hours on your job, you're not too busy. You just have to dice down what needs to be done. You don't have to do everything. You don't need to recreate the wheel. If all you can do is message 2 people and make a post on your page each day, then that's what needs to happen. Those are the important things. So dice it down and get to the nitty gritty of where this business shows growth, which is the 3 vital behaviors. All right, so talking about making a plan and what you need to cut out, let's go through it. So getting organized by having a calendar. If you don't have a paper calendar, or if you don't know how to use Google Maps, Google Calendars, get with it, because that is going to be your guide. When you come in each day to your business and you open your computer, you can go in there and specifically see what needs to be done that day, events coming up, team stuff such as calls, the national wake up call. It reminds you of sneak peeks that our team's hosting. It reminds you of groups going on. And if you have that, Amanda Starr had shared about her brain dumps of just, getting out on paper each morning what you need to have accomplished. Your calendar is going to do that. So I like having a paper calendar. I do put stuff into my, phone on my calendar as well, but having a calendar sitting in front of me so that when I make a one-on-one appointment with somebody, when I have a scheduled time that I say that I'm going to follow up with somebody, or whatever it may be, when I know that our bigger team is having a challenge group start, I have those dates so that I can go back and mark 3 weeks prior to that date and say, I need to make sure that I have a game plan. I need to make sure that my marketing is crystal clear for that event. And I can see, hey, 2 weeks has gone by. I have a week till this event. I really need to personally invite. I really need to get some posts up. I really need to do this. So by having your calendar and writing it all out, your brain doesn't have to work as hard when it's time to sit down and work, because you're not racking your brain. You're not going to 50 different groups, seeing what's going on. You can just look at one spot and see, what do I need to accomplish to make sure that my business is shared on social media of what's going on and what I can invite to. Map out your call to action posts. I'm not going to go into that too much because we have had a great call on that. And if you want more information on that, Shelly Hobbs has also done a fantastic job at leadership when we went to our diamond retreat, sharing about, mapping out your month for posting. But basically just making sure, like I said, on your calendar, if you have a challenge group starting on January 4th, if you're joining me in, the Hammer and Chisel launch challenge group that I'm hosting for our team, that needs to be something you need to be focusing on now. That needs to be something that you're, creating events for, that you're inviting to, that you're sharing your own progress, that you're sharing that you tried the workout, that you're sharing that you ordered the workout, that you yourself are doing this. And it's not just another gimmick to sell a product, that you yourself are doing this. So call to action posts for the entire month. We have a team sneak peek coming up on Monday. Have you seen that on our team calendar? Do you know that that's coming up? Do you know when you're going to post about it? Have you been inviting to it? These are all things that you can schedule out, on your day off of work to make sure that you have a fun post ready to go, because maybe when you want to promote it, might be a busy day in your family or at your job. So if you've made that and created that post that you want to make and have it scheduled out, you don't have to think about it. You can just let it sit and it's ready. Set your week based around your most important activities, then follow with the less basic tasks. So what I mean by that is, you might have a lot of fun in Pick Monkey, or maybe you have a lot of fun in your workouts. So maybe you decide to get on demand and try 5 workouts in one day. But set your priorities of what's going to move your business forward. This is about being a product of the product. So do your workout. If that's hard to do it and share it. If it's inviting, do that first. If it's adding to your network, do that first. Put those things, those important basic behaviors at the front of your list each and every day. I know for a long time, I tell you guys this, personal development was not on my list. I didn't care about it. I didn't think I needed it. I was like, I'm trying to grow a business here. I don't have time to read. And I realized that was part of my growth. That was part of where my posting came from. That's part of where my leadership skills came from. And so I had to start putting it at the front of my list, at the top of my priorities. A lot of you inviting, it's hard, it's icky sometimes. You got to put that first. Shoot those 3 messages out. Shoot those 5 messages out. Close your computer and breathe and say, okay, I did it. And the only way to get better at those things that you're not liking is to do them every day. So I was talking with the leaders on our team, and we're talking about inviting to the coaching opportunity. Creating private messages about the coaching opportunity is scary. It is harder than following a challenge about the script about a challenge pack, but it is doable and you can do it, but you're not going to get better at it. It's not going to be any less scary if you don't even give it a try every day. So make sure you're putting that on your to-do list. I'm going to talk to one person about the coaching opportunity. I'm going to send 3 invites to people about my challenge group, whether I've talked to them ever or not. I'm going to start 3 conversations from people on my friends list just about life in general. Putting yourself out there. I'm going to post on my Facebook. If that's something scary, make sure you have those posts. Say, challenge yourself to 2 posts a day, or challenge yourself with 1 post a day, or videos, whatever it may be. Set your timer. So if you have a timer on your phone, on your computer, set your timer and allow yourself certain specific amount of time for each activity so you don't dawdle around. Like I said, if it's something you don't like doing, inviting, you might click around like, oh, I don't know if I want to invite that person. And then you click to the next page or the next friend, or you go through your list a few times and you've really found yourself you've only invited 1 person in 15 minutes. So set a timer so you can bang it out fast and move on to the next activity. Kill your news feed. We've talked about this a lot in our team page. Kill it. You don't need it. It doesn't matter if Jeff from next door got a new lawnmower. It doesn't matter if Marie got her hair dyed. It doesn't matter if Susan got a puppy or her kid has a cold. We feel bad. We want to stay connected, but we also are running businesses here. We're not on to socialize and be, social media scrolling. So kill that news feed. Don't get distracted. I know it prevents you from being as productive as you will want to be right now. So if you say you don't have time, that's the top thing to do is, okay, make time. Because I know we all scroll Facebook way more than we should. All right, so number 2, brain dump. I got this idea from Amanda. It's been working fabulous for me. I absolutely love it and suggest it. A lot of you have been doing the miracle morning. Just starting the day, I wake up and I go, okay, so I got a doctor's appointment at noon. I've got a chiropractor appointment at 5:45, and I'm already overwhelmed because I'm afraid I'm going to forget something. So taking out your notebook or your notes on your phone and making a note, making a list of the things that need to be accomplished that day, whether it's a post that you know needs to be made about a challenge group, whether it's a doctor's appointment, whether it's something that you need to remember for your child's school project, whether it's something from the store that you need to get milk, you need to get eggs, whatever it is, put it down in one list so that you can reference that list throughout the day. And you don't have to feel like you have to hold it in here and that you're stressing about remembering that one thing. So whatever it is, write it all down. I've been following that. I don't know if that's exactly what Amanda does, but that's what I took from it, and I love that. So I'm less likely to forget things at the store because I have all these lists and notes, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was gonna get new toothpaste and blah blah blah, and soap was out of ponytails, and I remembered them this time because I wrote them down the second I woke up and was thinking about it. And then we did this in our diamond retreat as well. So for brain dumps, I've been doing this about 3 times a week, maybe 2 times a week. Write down, set your timer for 60 seconds and write down why you love coaching, why you love the opportunity, why you love your challenge groups, what you love about your team, why you personally, like this opportunity, what you love about coaching. Write it down and then create stories around that. And that can be great motivation, great tools for you to be posting about. So if you write down all those little words and, catch sentences, sorry, my brain is not working. You all know I was up all night. You're going to be able to create posts around all that stuff that you're thinking about. So, setting a timer for 60 seconds and just saying, I love my team. I love meeting friends. I love how Shakeology makes me feel. I love the fact that I have a second family. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be sappy. It doesn't have to be corny. Whatever it means to you, and write down ideas about these things. And you can do that for anything. You can write down, get specific. What do I love about Shakeology for 60 seconds? Write it down. What does, P90X done for me in my last program? What is 21 Day Fix? Whatever it is. All right, so always and only share you on social media. This is a big one because I see a lot of coaches in our team and outside of our team that, they want to coach, they say they want it, they get the 3 vital behaviors down, we go through the basics, and then I see coaches who go and are still sharing from other people's pages. They may be from another coach, it may be from another fitness page in general, it may be, Shailene Johnson, or whatever it is, a recipe or little net video clips. Those things are funny, those things are great, but the thing is, people follow you for you as a coach, and it takes away your validity when you're sharing other people's stuff. Their eyes wander away from your page, they get distracted, and they're not viewing you, they're viewing somebody else and something else that you think is funny. It doesn't make them think, oh wow, Bree thinks this video is funny, I wonder what else she has to offer. They go to that page to see what else is funny. So that button, that share button, we love when people use it on our posts, right? But we don't want them to be using it, to click away from our page. So don't click that share button. Don't get slap happy with the share button to your page. It drowns out your material. Maybe you woke up in the morning and got your workout in and posted that, and then scrolled Facebook for 30 seconds and shared 5 things. Your post gets drowned out, those shared posts go out, and you've lost sight of your original post. Okay? Use your life as stories a day at a time. Whether it's successes or struggles, you can be real. And this is scary because I've seen coaches in the business who have gotten really far off of reality. And I've been talking to Erin about this a lot. And it's scary to share not doing workouts as much. It's scary to me to gain weight being pregnant. It's scary to me to not always be on point with my nutrition. I thought I was going to have this amazing, wonderful pregnancy and everything's going to be la-di-da, but it's not, because I've been sick and I've been off my game. But the best thing is to just keep sharing, doing the best I can. So for you, just share, be real, but also try your best to make that reality change. I'm doing my best to drink shakes every day. I'm doing my best to avoid those cravings now. If it's a workout that, I get through 10 minutes of, I'm trying my best to put a positive spin on it, but I am being real. So when you're going to post on social media, instead of saying, oh, I cheated again, try to focus on what you can do tomorrow to make that a positive, more effective thing in your challenge group. How am I going to make sure my nutrition is on point tomorrow because I messed up today? How am I going to share effectively? This is a positive thing that I'm sharing on social media about. So I hope that makes sense. But sharing your struggles is just as important as your successes. And I found that to be so true in my journey. And then schedule time for you to create these posts. So don't always feel like every 2 to 3 hours I'm supposed to post on social media. What the heck do I post about? Plan these out. I know a lot of you guys that work. When I worked, I planned my whole week, my whole month out. I had an outline at least of 2 to 3 posts a day that I could post. My workouts on Saturdays, I've shared this a lot, I think. I used to take my whole 6 days of workouts and go through little moves of each 30-minute workout from the 21-day fix and change my clothes, because I knew I did it, but then I needed those posts for the next week, right? So I had done all those workouts and then I shared them the following week. So I was able to do 2 or 3 workouts, moves of each workout that I did, typed up what it was, hashtag Autumn Calabrese, day 5, whatever it was, and had those little video clips in my phone so that when I woke up in the morning and I had to get my daughter going, the nanny came over, I went to work, I could post that video, but I wasn't trying to mess around with it. It was already done. It was already ready. So schedule this out. You don't want to be on social media. 90% of your business should not be thinking up posts. I know it takes time to create them. I know it takes time to be, creative in your own story and wording. That starts coming. But when you're starting out as you're posting, just post whatever. I was posting avocados on a dirty work table. I was posting my workout shoes, whatever I could to be a voice, to start creating myself on social media. Because as you're growing, you will grow, your post will grow with you. So don't feel like you have to be perfect. Getting something out there is better than not at all, because people don't know what you have to offer if you're not putting it out there and you're not laying it on the table each and every day. The consistency is more important than not showing up because you feel like you don't have enough to offer. So know that you do have something to offer. Know that even if you're not perfect, or you're not great at pick, play, post, or you don't know the right apps to make your picture pretty, that a sweaty selfie is better than no selfie, okay? All right, so then recycle posts. You guys have seen me probably post the same sneak peek um, wording month in and month out. Every time it's time for a sneak peek, I take my wording that's copy and pasted, and maybe I have a different banner, maybe I've taken a different selfie, maybe I have a different headshot, whatever season it is. Maybe I've changed the picture, but the wording is typed up and ready to go for you. Our formatting is always the same. It's always a 3 to 5 day sneak peek group. You can call it an open house, a sneak peek, a backstage pass, whatever you want to call it. Make a video, make a banner, but you can use that same wording over and over and over. Join our top team. We're 1% in the company. You know what we're talking about. We have documents, we have trainings to get you success in this business. Come check it out for free. It's the same thing, but different eyes will always see these posts, okay? So recycle your post. I recycle if somebody really, really likes a post, whether it's about my motivate. I know that we all talk about, I really liked that post. Can I rephrase that? Can I reword it? Can I use it? And if it's something that other people cling to or really like, I might use it on several different platforms, on Instagram, on my like page, or I may even use it again with a different picture the next month on my Facebook. So if it's something that's worded really well, something about my family, something that, has really struck a chord with me, I am not afraid to share that again, because I've added to my network every day. I might have 30 new friends on my Facebook. I might have a different audience at the time that I post it. So don't be afraid to recycle those and reuse them. If it's something that works for you once, it's going to work again. Okay, now utilizing the tools around you. We all know, like I said, time is precious. You guys, your families are worth it to be able to shut down your computer for the night and go have dinner. I don't want you to sitting on your phone. That was a huge no-no for me in the beginning. Aaron got really frustrated. I had to make him understand that, set him down, show him my goals. He kind of got it. I was like, this is going to take a lot of my time, but I also needed to give up something in my life. And that was TV. That was, certain things that I knew I could accomplish in my time so that I didn't have to sacrifice my family's time. So lunchtime was no longer about socializing at work. It was about posting and about, getting back to a few people on Messenger. And when I came home and I sat down with my baby girl, or when Aaron wanted to have, 30 minutes of him and I time, I could turn my phone upside down, set it in another room, what have you. So utilizing these, Buffer or Hootsuite. I don't suggest them always for your personal page, but I do suggest them for your challenge groups that you run, so that you can be a daily check-in once, twice, 3 times in your challenge groups. So when you go into your challenge groups, the posts are there and you can actually comment on people's stuff. You can ask questions to the page. You can reach out to your challengers and spend time that way instead of trying to find a picture and motivation for the morning. You have that buffered out and ready to go for the whole 30-day challenge group. I know a lot of you guys use that already, but just something that I do to save time. And then I can have that to use for the next challenge group. Acuity scheduling creates your work hours. So if coaches want to talk to you, this is a great, easy way to say, hey, this is when I can talk to you. If I'm ignoring your Facebook message, it's not because I'm ignoring you or I don't want to help you succeed. It's simply because this is a business and I have business hours. So if this is where somebody can go to schedule time with you, and you can make it customized to whatever you want. Mine was, times that my daughter's napped, because that's when I could talk and that's when I was free. I didn't want to be on the phone with a coach when, I was like, quiet, stop screaming. I wanted it to be when it works for me. So you can go in there and create it for whatever, whether it's coach calls, whether it's challengers, whatever it is, just say, hey, I really want to help you. Check out in the team page, ask in the team page. If you want to talk one-on-one, go schedule something, okay? Because I don't want you to feel like there isn't resources for your team, for your coaches. If you're signing a new coach and they're getting an email and they're getting added to a Coach Basics group, they have tons to get started with. They have YouTube, guys. They have access to top team pages with files of all the same stuff that we all have, okay? So don't feel burdened by opening your messenger every time one little person has one little question with one little thing, because it's the same thing over and over. And if you let them wait a little bit, they might go find the answer themselves. So setting this scheduling in place is really important. This is your business. So 80% focus goes into your goals and building your business. It's not selfish. It's just a matter because you're willing to fight for it, and people will see you working for it and work right alongside you at your pace. So if you slow down to your team's pace, maybe one coach is, slow lagging behind, and you stop to go at their pace, the team is going to slow down. So you have to keep your force in your business to show them that really the 3 vital behaviors is what grows a business, and that's where you're going to put your focus, and that's where they should put their focus, okay? All right. Last one. Create your own power hour. You have the choice to be successful. Take the time to create a checklist. So every time you sit down, you can knock them all out and you don't go to bed till it's done. So I'm talking the 3 vital behaviors. I'm not talking about anything, crazy, out of the ordinary. I'm talking about the things that are going to grow your business. Your inviting, your Shakeology, your workout, your posting. Something simple, okay? So here's a few that I've made before. I think one found on Pinterest. Just simple things where I feel accomplished at the end of the day. I know if I've done these things, 10 minutes of listening to an audiobook, adding 2 friends on Facebook, sending 2 private messages. Those things are things that I can do that I can seriously close down my computer and say, great, I did it, right? So if my inbox is full at 80 messages, I didn't stress about it last night. I felt bad, but I didn't. I was like, you know what? This is my business. My daughter's sick, and they can wait a day. I'm not, I'm the boss, and that felt really, really good. So if you have this done and your husband's waiting for you to watch a movie you rented, shut it down. Just make sure you get this done at some point. If it's at lunch break and you do half of it, finish it up at the end of the day, and then close the computer if you need to. I know there's days we work more, days we work less, but this checklist will help you every single day. This can be accomplished in a lot less than an hour. We say power hour, but I used to power through it in 25 minutes, 30 minutes, if you get good at it. Because obviously you don't need to check your online office every single day. You don't have to check into training groups all the time as you progress in your coaching. So you're not planning social media posts each and every single day. Hopefully you're getting, a few days or a week planned out in advance. All right, so end of discussion. Treat your business like a business. Develop the you brand. So this doesn't have to be me. This doesn't have to be Anita Myron. It doesn't have to be Lindsay Matway. It has to be you. And so as we're going through into a new year, remind yourself of that. Try to find your brand. What do you stand for? What do you love about coaching? And present that to social media like you're a badass. Sorry if you have your kids in the room. Any questions? Did that help? Was that helpful? I know it was like super basic, but I've gone back to basics. I think I've been telling my girls, like, back to basics for me, because I'm getting worn out. As you can see, like, we've been sick. I've got a kid coming. Like, this has got to be a well-oiled machine. And I know all of you have jobs, all of you have kids, that you're going to every single day. So it doesn't have to run your life. It can be your life if you set structure, set boundaries, and set something up that works for you. Helpful? Yeah? Everybody's muted. I feel all alone. Any questions? Nothing? Oh, Aaron. Aaron, are you talking? I can't hear you.
I was. Can you
Oh,
hear
okay.
me now?
Hi.
I said I'm excited. My mom sent me 2 new personal development books today. So I'm gonna start hitting personal development really hard.
Awesome. I like how you messaged that you raised your hand. Good. Okay. So I'm going to post this up. If you have coaches that need a starting place, this would be a great place to send them, is this team call. If you're like, I have coaches who say they don't have time. I have coaches who don't know how to post. Be like, here, let's start here, okay? It goes through everything. I know a lot of you have heard this message before. We've chatted one-on-one and heard it, but I wanted to call to be on it before we go into the new year because this is really how I run my business each and every day. I set up time for people that show they want it. I set up one-on-ones. I meet with coaches that are, local. But when I'm not around, it's because I'm doing the vital behaviors. It's not because I'm ignoring you. It's not because I don't care. It's because I'm just doing what I tell everybody to do each and every day, inviting over and over again. I'm adding to my network over and over again. I'm sitting on Instagram because that's my new thing, is like Instagram is my new platform right now that I'm trying to figure out. Once my leg page now is kind of a well-oiled machine, I'm working on it still, but the posting's there. I'm working on Instagram. So if I'm ignoring you, it's because I've shut off Messenger and I'm liking and unliking and posting and not posting, and that's a whole nother thing. But I'm doing these same things. So, and I set my boundaries just like anybody else. I set my timer for messaging just like anybody else. So I hope that helps you all. And I'm like breathing like a cow. Sorry. All right, we have less than a minute. If you have questions, message in the team page. I hope you all understand why I dissipated the giant team chat. It was just too much. So most of you are in a chat group that's smaller and more effective for questions being answered for me to be able to see them. So, all righty. Anything else? All right. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.